Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda, and today I wanted to share with you my bridesmaid dress experience. So, to start out, I think it's important just to let you all know that our bridal party is incredibly small. We have a total of two people. My best friend is my maid of honor and only bridesmaid, and Skylar's son is going to be his best man. So, it was kind of really nice just with that in mind because I only had to basically pick a dress to suit one body type, one, skin tone, one hair tone, one, all of that other stuff. So, my best friend and I ended up going, we only made one appointment. We got her dress there, but we went to the same place that I bought my wedding dress at. And I have purchased a bridesmaid dress there before for a wedding that I was in. I've also purchased like kind of event dresses from them as well. And I knew that I like the company and I also like their quality. So I knew that we wouldn't have to worry about timelines with them. We wouldn't have to worry about, I've never had an issue. Like, I've heard horror stories, not horror stories, that's a bit dramatic, but my friend got married in July and she had an awful time with David's bridal getting the dresses picked up. Like, one of her maid of honor, somebody else picked up her dress. Another one, her dress only came in like 2 days before the wedding. So I knew that I wanted to go with a company that I wouldn't have to worry about that stuff with. I mean, also on top of that, like, I knew to order enough in advance to where we wouldn't have to stress out with things like that. But we did end up going with the same company. It's a local company, small company, but they have a lot of styles to pick from. They have a wide color range, which, I mean, that's kind of the manufacturer of the dress that has the color range. But also the staff is just very friendly and very helpful. So we went there. Basically, all I had in mind was that I knew my color would be navy and I wanted a long dress because we're getting married at the end of April. It's springtime in Washington, so chances are it's still gonna be a bit chilly. There's a chance of rain, so I just think honestly, that long dresses look a bit more classy to me. If you're doing a wedding, I like short dresses for summer, but anything other than that, I really like a long dress. And that was perfect because my maid of honor also really wanted a long dress. So we were good to go there. I had looked a little bit online at some of the styles they had just to try and get a sense of what I wanted. We were originally thinking about something with a little bit of lace to tie in the lace from my wedding dress over with the bridesmaid dress. And just kind of looking for something that wasn't too over the top because that's just not my friend. And also, that's not us. I knew that something with ruffles on the top would be good for her build just because it accentuates the girls a little better. And so I was kind of looking for something along those lines. When we went to our appointment, we had an hour-long appointment. It was kind of busy there, but not too bad. And actually, the same lady who helped pull my wedding dresses for my wedding dress try-on experience helped us pull the dresses for my friend. And we pulled so many dresses. It was insane. I can't even tell you at this point how many dresses Ronnie tried on, but it was a lot. And I didn't do as good of a job this time as I did with my dress experience remembering the names of these. So I'll have pictures up and I can describe them to you. But other than that, I won't be able to tell you what brand or style it is. I don't even have the name or number of her bridesmaid dress, which I am, as I'm filming today is Wednesday, December 4th, and I'm actually picking up my wedding dress today and having my final fitting. So I think when I'm there, I'm going to ask if they'll give me that information just so I have it. But we tried on a lot of dresses, and she looked stunning in pretty much all of them. There were some that were like, not sure who can pull off that dress, but that's definitely not for us. So just to kind of go through, I've got some pictures here on my phone. I'll put pictures up to the side so you can see what I'm talking about. And we can just talk dresses. So I'll save the one that we picked for last. I think I'll go with my favorite one first. So my favorite one is the Morley 21581 chiffon bridesmaid dress. And this one is one that I knew would look good on her because of the cut in the front and also the ruffles in the back. I really like the silhouette of this dress, and since that was one that I was definitely keen on having her try on, I think that was the first dress she actually tried on, and that definitely set the bar for the other dresses. She is a little self-conscious with her shoulders and back, so the one thing she didn't necessarily like about this is that it's got those thin spaghetti straps that crisscross in the back, I think. I don't have a picture of the back on my phone. So she wanted something, she really liked the style, how it fit her body. She just would have been more comfortable with something covering her shoulders. So that was one that we had set aside. We were like, this is really good. Let's try and find something better to make her more comfortable though. The next dress I have, I can't remember if she tried this one on, but if not, she tried on something very similar to this. And it is the Morley 21572 chiffon bridesmaid dress. She was hesitant at first about halter tops because she had always thought what I had always thought, that women with broad shoulders, halter tops makes you look more broad, but it actually brings you in. And so she tried on that and she really liked it. She liked how it fit. The thing she didn't like though was the back. The skirt isn't maybe as fitted as the first dress, but this one had, I guess, where the back of the skirt met the back of the top, because there is kind of like a seam, just like a cinched part in it. The fabric hung weird and she didn't like how it looked over her bum. It just had pleats where she didn't want there to be pleats. So that one was taken off the option list because, again, like, I'm not the one wearing the dress. I just care what color it is. So if she wasn't comfortable in it, I wasn't going to make her get it. It did look really nice on her though. I thought it made her butt look really good, but it was something she was self-conscious about, so we ended up nixing that one. And then these last two I'm going to show you, they both kicked the first one off the leaderboard, off the running board. We liked both of them a lot, and she really liked the fit of them. And they did a bit more to cover up her back. So the one we didn't go with is this one. I don't know the brand of, but it had a nice kind of crossed front, and it had those spaghetti straps again, but it was kind of almost like an empire waist with a crossing. So instead of hugging her hips and going out, it just flared out at her natural waistline. And then the back was interesting. I think it's supposed to be tight around the neck. I was trying to like pinch it together when she was in the fitting room, and that way the back pieces would have draped a lot better. But I don't know. It was, honestly, to me, I didn't like this as much as I liked the other one. But this one still had that, instead of having like a lot of pleating, it did have some pleating in the front, but not so much in the back. And it gave her shoulders the cover that she wanted. But for me, it was just, I think it was a little hard to tell with the neck just being so sloppy in the back. I wasn't entirely sure how that was supposed to look. Um, and I kind of liked the look. I mean, I obviously liked the look of the other dress better, which is why we went with it. I just thought it would be a better fit compared with my dress. So the one we ended up going with, she tried on in this gorgeous green color, and I'll be honest, I had thoughts about changing my colors just because she looks so good in that green, and that green was so pretty. But since we're having a Harry Potter themed wedding and both of our houses is Ravenclaw, and I prefer those colors anyway, though I'm a big fan of jewel tones, so emerald green and like even the color of the last dress, that like garnety color, oh, just so beautiful. But I really liked this dress. It cinched in a lot more at her waist, and kind of flared at the hips from there. So it kind of mimics my dress a little bit in that way. I also liked that this one was a halter top. And it's got an interesting detail on the front where the fabric crosses a bit. And then it's still got that kind of spaghetti strap look, but the back, it has these wider pieces of fabric that just kind of cross really nicely and just look really pretty. Um, and it leaves that kind of like keyhole illusion in her back, which I really like. Personally, if I had to buy another dress for a wedding and I got to choose the style, I would want to go with one with like lacy cap sleeves and a keyhole back. Because I just think it's just really pretty. We had tried her hair. We had pulled it up in just to like a little chignon bun. And I think that might be how she wears her hair, but we haven't really discussed it yet. I honestly don't care if she wears her hair down. I don't care if she wears her hair up. But I think that just made it look really like classy and elegant and stuff. And I just really like the way that this accentuated her body, and I think she did as well. She felt very comfortable in it. It was a really interesting material, kind of like a spandex. It was very textured and just not something I would honestly, it kind of like felt like work dress material, if you know what I mean. Um, Not something you would necessarily consider as a wedding dress or a bridesmaid dress, but I guess I'm so like in the mindset of having kind of like your satin, chiffon, taffeta sort of stuff that when I saw this dress, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. But I kind of really like it that it's a different material from my wedding dress. I kind of like that it doesn't have lace. She did try on a couple dresses with lace, but because she tried on so many and I couldn't remember any of the names of them, I had a hard time when I was on the website trying to pull pictures for this video to remember, just because I couldn't remember what she tried on. And I feel like a lot of the styles were fairly similar. She tried on at one point, it kind of had a lacy top and a one shoulder. And I think one that had a more covered back was a lacy top, and that chiffon overlay, which that did the same thing that she didn't like that the second dress did, which was have pleats on the back, so it made her bum look a little weird to her. But that would have probably been a top contender if she had liked that, because it covered her back so much more. But overall, we had a really good experience. Like, she was super up for trying on any and all dresses I could throw her way. She was even like eager and keen to pull as many dresses as possible, just because we honestly didn't really have like a picture in mind other than knowing what my dress looked like. She did go with me to my original appointment where I got to try on all the dresses. So she knew what the dress looked like. And I had also tried it on before we started because I took my dress in for alterations. And we got that pinned up before we went to trying on her dresses, just because we knew that would be fast. But so it was fresh in both of our minds of what my dress looked like, and kind of like keeping that picture and knowing what her dress would look like next to mine really helped. But yeah, I mean, I knew this when I picked her, but I honestly couldn't have asked for a better maid of honor. A more just like down to earth girl who I knew would make this experience so stress free. It was just great, and we had a lot of help at the store we went to, so it was just a really nice experience, and I'm excited for her dress to come in. It should be in February, and I can't wait to see, especially with the navy blue this time. Hopefully, when she goes to pick it up, I'll be able to go with, so that way I can see what it looks like on in the color that we actually chose. But we shall see. I maybe when the wedding's over, I can do like a wedding wrap up or something and share pictures from the wedding if everyone's okay with that. We'll see. But yeah, I would love to know how your bridesmaid dress experience went. If you had a similar experience like my friend, in dresses coming in at different times and different people picking them up, or them not being ready until 2 days before the wedding, or if you had, you know, multiple bridesmaids that had different ideas of what they wanted to wear, and it was a bit of a clash to try and get everybody to agree to something, or if you've had an experience like me where you just have really down to earth good friend who is okay with letting you dress them up. So I would love to know down in the comments below, and I will chat with you there until my next video. Bye!